Whoops, forgot to unmute the mic. That's important. What up, y'all? Salute, salute. It's your boy Jay Jordan back again for another watch along. We're here for Connecticut Sun versus Las Vegas Aces. We already did one just a couple minutes ago. Actually, we did the Minnesota Lynx versus the New York Liberty. Liberty ended up losing that game. Final score was much closer than the game really was. Final score was 88-79. Liberty have to wait another game in order to clinch the #1 overall seed in the WNBA playoffs, but we move. This is the second slate of games today. We had a 3 o'clock slate. A big win there for Atlanta. Atlanta goes to overtime against Washington, gets the win 76-73. That essentially moves Chicago back up to the 8th seed. Atlanta and Washington are tied for have the same record, but they're in the 9th and 10th seeds respectively. What's up, cuz? Welcome back. And the other game that took place, Indiana ends up winning against Dallas 110-109. They get a win after losing back-to-back games against the Las Vegas Aces. But we're focusing now on the 3-seeded Connecticut Sun and the 4-seeded Las Vegas Aces. A couple extra parentheses there, just notice that. All right, cool. All right, so we'll start off with the starting lineup. So I think I have the right starting lineups here. I was checking before I got on, but I just want to make sure before I'm spreading propaganda out here. So they haven't released the Sun legit lineup, but I'm assuming going off of what they've played in the past, it's going to be Ty Harris, Dejanay Carrington, DeWanna Bonner, Alyssa Thomas, and Brianna Jones. Their bench, Marina Mabry, Astundor Fall, Caitlin Bickle, Tiffany Mitchell, Olivia Nelson-Ododa, and Veronica Burton. I think Tiffany Mitchell is still hurt. I think Tiffany Mitchell is still out with an injury. So that's something to keep an eye on. Let me see if they updated it yet. Yeah, still don't see the Sun lineup as of yet. But for the Aces, we have Chelsea Gray, Kelsey Plum, Jackie Young, Asia Wilson, and Kia Stokes. Their bench, Alicia Clark, Tiffany Hayes, Sydney Colson, Meg Gustafson, Kate Martin, Queen Egbo, and Kirsten Bell. That is the lineup for the Las Vegas Aces. Tiffany Mitchell is still out with an illness, so I'll just make a mark of that. I'll just put asterisk around her name to notify that she is out with she's not playing in today's game, so nobody's looking for her. Let's delete that. And let's put you down here. Cool. So that's all organized now. We should be good to go. All right, in the season series, the Aces lead the season series 2-0. They only playing 3 games this season. So the Aces, if they were supposed to tie in the standings, the Aces would be the Aces would win the tiebreaker and be the #3 seed. The first time they played was June 21st. Aces won that in Vegas 85-74. Second time they played, Vegas won that 72-67. That was just a week ago, September 6th. Vegas won that game. The recent games, Connecticut have won 3 out of their last 5. The Aces have won 4 out of their last 5. Their last loss was on September 8th against New York. Things to look for in this game. Asia Wilson, of course, passed I think she passed the 1,000-point mark for points scored in a season. So shout out to Asia Wilson. She's the highest. She has now scored the highest amount of points in a singular WNBA season. I know a lot of people wish that they would, signify how many games were played and whatever the case may be. But because this is the second season they've playing 40 games in the season. In years past, it was 34. It was 36, and before that, it was like 34, 32. So all the records that were made with 36 game seasons are now going to be blown out with 40 game seasons. So it's one of those things. And then next year it's going to be probably 42 game seasons. So with the addition of the Golden State team. So as the more teams get added and more games get added, a lot of these records will get broken because there's more opportunity to break the records. That's just how it works. But we move, people. We move. Both these game, all three of these games, excuse me, start at 6 p.m. Eastern. 6 p.m. Eastern. Let's take a look at the standings right quick. Take a look at the standings. I was looking at it right before I came on. Just refresh it to make sure we're up to speed. So New York with the loss today, they moved to 31-7. They still stay at the number 1 seed. Minnesota with the win, they moved to 29-9 with 2 games to go. So essentially, they would have to win their 2, and New York would have to lose their 2 in order to get that number 1 seed. Connecticut, they look to be stuck at that 3 seed. They're 1.5 games back, so they would need Minnesota to lose some games in order to and them to win out in order to move to number 2. And both these teams play coming up. But 27-10 for Connecticut. Las Vegas 24-13. They're trying to outscore or keep ahead of the Seattle Storm with a 23-14 record. Indiana with the win, they moved to 20-19 on the season. Phoenix will play later today. They're 17-20. They're pretty much stuck at this 7 seed. With the loss of the Mystics today, they moved down to 13-25, so they're currently in 10th seed. They were in 8th seed at the beginning of the day. Chicago, they have played 1 less game. They have 1 less loss in the record, so they're 13-24. I expect them to lose today's game to Phoenix, so they may move right back down. Damien said the Liberty blew it. Minnesota is 2 games behind the Liberty. However, at least the Liberty will have home court advantage with 2 wins, but the Liberty must be disciplined. Yeah, I mean the good thing is the Liberty wouldn't have to see Minnesota, who's been an Achilles heel this season. They won't have to see them if all goes well till the finals. If the seeding stays how it is, so it's not like they would have to see them in the first round or the second round. It would be the finals, and a lot can happen between now and October. Late October when the finals start. So disappointing loss. You're right, Damien. Very disappointing. Shouldn't have never gone down as much as they did. They showed some fight coming back, but even when they were coming back, you still had a feeling they weren't gonna come all the way back. Especially when they got down to 8 and they started just chucking up a bunch of threes again. Sabrina couldn't throw a rock in the ocean. Stewie, she played that whole fourth quarter. She basically carried the team. She ran out of gas. And when you start to get tired, you start making ill-advised plays, and that's ended up what happened. And we had the momentum, and then we threw it away. But we move on to face Washington on Tuesday. So this is the standings right now. In order of what could happen potentially in these games today. If Vegas wins, they'll move to 25-13. They still will be probably a little bit too far to catch Connecticut. But let's say Vegas loses and Seattle wins. That can make for something interesting there. Both teams would be tied with a 24-14 record if Seattle wins and Vegas loses today. But I still think Las Vegas owns the tiebreaker over Seattle. So Seattle would have to basically outright win, have a better record than Vegas in order to get that 4th seed and home court in the first round. So I'm looking at it. They play again on Tuesday. We may do that game on the watch-along. It's a late game, but we may do it. But the Storm, if they win, the Storm are actually... Sorry. Rewind. Over here, rambling. So the Storm trailed the season series 2-1. So Seattle would need to win this game on Tuesday in order to have a chance at the 4 seed if they win today. So a lot on the line here for Seattle. So a lot of scenarios going on here. This game is on CBS Sports Network. What's up, Janelle? Salute, salute. This game is on CBS Sports Network, people. So if you do want to watch while you listen to my commentary, I'm better than Lauren, whatever, Carolyn Peck and the other lady, respectfully. But tap in with your boy. Leave a like on the stream, guys. Let's get the likes up. Subscribe if you're new here. Appreciate you guys tuning in. If this is your first stream, welcome. Been doing this for almost 2 seasons. This will be 2 seasons at the end of this season. The channel has grown tremendously, and it's all because of the growth of the WNBA and y'all support. So the lineup that for the Sun is what I have on the screen. They just showed it on the broadcast. Let's get this show on the road. Marina Mabry coming off the bench again, as she has been doing. Tiffany Mitchell, I have an asterisk on the screen. She is out with an illness. She is in street clothes right now. So let's see what happens here. Is Brianna Jones versus A'ja Wilson for the jump ball, people. And we are off. We are off. Aces win the jump ball. They need to lose this this thing at the bottom of the screen. I can't see the scores being... There we go. They moved the score up. There we go. Kelsey Plum with the ball, left side of the floor. Kelsey Plum dribbles out, guarded by Dejanay Carrington, a candidate for Defensive Player of the Year. They get it to A'ja, corner to Kia Stokes for 3. Kia Stokes misses the 3, and they'll live with that all day long. Rebound to Bonner. Ty Harris with the rock. Ty Harris off the screen going to the right, looking for Brianna Jones. Brianna Jones has been eating in the paint. Jones out to Bonner. Bonner, no hesitation. 3, too strong. Fight for the rebound. Alyssa Thomas has it. Thomas directing traffic, top of the key. Hand off to Ty Harris. Ty Harris for 3, and she misses badly. Rebound to Plum. Plum on the run here. Plum over to Jackie Young. Jackie Young left side of the floor. Stops. Pops. 3. Buries it. Jackie Young knocks down the 3, and the Aces are on the board. Jackie Young, left wing 3. Harris over to Carrington. Carrington wants that screen from Bree Jones. She gets it back to Ty Harris. Right wing 3 for the answer, and Ty Harris says, I could do that too. Knocks down the right wing 3. It's 3-3. A'ja Wilson with the ball. A'ja Wilson drives to the basket. Goes up. Attacks. Misses. Ball gets tipped to Kia Stokes. Chelsea Gray walks into a 3, top of the key, and she misses way off. Hits the bottom of the backboard. And a rebound to Bonner. Bonner over to Harris. Harris down to Jones. Jones up top to Bonner. Corner to Carrington. Carrington corner 3, and she misses. She gets her own rebound. Carrington into the paint. Bounce pass to Harris. Harris pump fakes. Tries to drive baseline. Gets cut off. Comes off the screen. Gets it to Bree Jones. Bree Jones attacks A'ja Wilson. Uses the body. Goes up and scores right over A'ja Wilson. Bree Jones is on the board for the Connecticut Sun. A'ja Wilson over to Jackie Young. Jackie Young, 3 from the same spot as before, and she's 2 for 2 from 3. Jackie Young knocks down the 3. And they retake the lead 6-5. Jackie Young locked in early. Bree Jones, top of the key. Bree Jones dribbles, gets it over to Ty Harris, throws it too high, and it goes out of bounds. First turnover of the game for the Sun. Becky Hammon looking to be she may be the first coach to win 3 championships in her first 3 seasons as a head coach. She won last year, and she won the year before with the Aces. Chelsea Gray with the ball. Step back jump shot over Alyssa Thomas and knocks down the jump shot. Alyssa Thomas knocks down the jumper. What's up, Miracle? What's going on? Beulah says, hey, Jay, how are you, though? Liberty lost. Yeah, it's all good. They showed fight in that second half. Sun turned the ball over. Aces on the run. Pass to A'ja. A'ja on the run. Layup is good. Assist to Kelsey Plum. Defense to offense is 10-5 Aces. Miracle said, don't forget to take a hydration and fuel break, Jay. Yeah, definitely. I took a nice little 35-minute break. I got some grapes here with me as a snack. So we good. Dejanay Carrington into the paint. Throws up the floater. And good. Dejanay Carrington is on the board. Dejanay, as they're saying on the broadcast, I was about to say, candidate for most improved defensive player. She's playing real good basketball. Asia shoots the three. It bounces off the rim and goes over the backboard. So let's see. Ball back at play with the Sun. Alyssa Thomas, cross court pass, ill advised. Chelsea Gray picks it out the air. Chelsea Gray on the run. No look to Asia Wilson. Asia gets fouled before she takes the shot. Do they call that a shooting foul? I don't think that's a shooting foul. It is a sideline out of bounds. It should be. And they're inbounding it. So Asia Wilson, top of the key, over to Jackie Young. She's hit her first two shots, both threes. Jackie Young probing into the paint, pump fake, step through, shot, short, rebound to Bree Jones. Over to Carrington. It's 10-7 Aces. Carrington with the rock, comes off the screen, over to Bonner. Bonner down to Alyssa Thomas, guarded by Chelsea Gray. She spins off, goes up top to DeJournay. DeJournay for three, she's short. That looks short. Rebound to Asia. Asia gets it to Jackie, left side of the floor. Jackie to Asia. Asia looks to attack on Bree Jones. Puts her in the post. Fake dream shake. Turns around, short on the jumper. Rebound to Bree Jones. Bonner to Harris. Harris right side of the floor. Harris gets the screen from Carrington. Up top to Bree. Bree down to Carrington in the post. Carrington pump fakes, tries to reverse it and misses. Wanted a foul. No foul there. Kelsey Plum on the run. Kelsey Plum over to Jackie. Jackie bounce pass to Asia. Faces up. Asia, mid-range jump shot, buries it. That's money in the bank. And it's 12-7 Las Vegas. Ball in with Ty Harris. Harris bounce past to Bonner. Bonner goes up and, it rolls off the rim. It gets tipped out of bounds by the Aces. Bonner looks like she wanted a foul on that one. And we have an officials timeout here. Officials timeout. 4:47 to go in the first. Aces are up 12-7. Jackie Young with 2 threes from the same spot. All right, so we have our first timeout of the game. First timeout of the game. I'm looking at these other games. Chicago's out to a nice start, 11-7 over Phoenix. And Seattle's up 8-6 over the Sparks. Let me take a look at some of these scores over here. Who's doing work? Brittany Griner with 5 points and 3 rebounds and an assist. She leads her team in all categories. Rachel Banham with 6. Cardoso with 2 rebounds. Lindsay Allen with 2 assists. For the Sparks and Storm, you have Hamby with 2 points and 2 rebounds. Mercedes Russell with 2 points and 2 rebounds. All right, so got some close games so far. Games just started, so we'll see how close they stay throughout the evening. But Aces off to a good start. They've already gotten a couple steals here in the game. To be exact, they have 2 steals. They have 12 points total, 4 from Asia, 6 from Jackie Young, 2 from Chelsea Gray. For the Connecticut Sun, you got 3 from Ty Harris, 2 from Carrington, and 2 from Bree Jones. So we got some good contributions so far. All right, we're in a commercial. Seeing if they're coming out now. They should be. Yep. Showing a nice shot of the Las Vegas Strip. I've never been. So all I know is it through video. Aces are up 12-7. I actually was going to try and, if the Liberty would have won game 4 last year, I was already at the game trying to look for tickets to get to Vegas for game 5. But thankfully, I couldn't get through as we all know the Liberty lost Game 4 at home in the WNBA Finals. So it looks like Meg Gustafson's checking into this game for Kia Stokes. There was a couple games after the Olympic break where Meg Gustafson did get the start. I guess it depends on matchups. Ball here in play with the Connecticut Sun. Mabry checks in and she gets right to work, goes to the paint, misses the floater, and it's a rebound to the Aces. Chelsea Gray, outlet pass to A'ja Wilson, who catches it in traffic, dribbles through, throws up the layup, and scores. So A'ja Wilson putting in work early. A'ja Wilson up to 6 points, tied for the team high. Bonner down to Bree Jones. To Alyssa Thomas, over to Mabry. Mabry down to Bree Jones. Bree Jones, good catch, blocked by Gustafson. Rebound, Jackie Young. Jackie Young over to Gray. A'ja comes to set the screen. Chelsea Gray comes off the screen, gets into the paint, snatchback dribble, guarded by Bonner, double crossover. Bonner gets a hand on it, 5 seconds to go. Chelsea Gray just throws it up at the basket, bounces off the rim. Great defense by the Sun there. Mabry outlet to Harris. Harris on the run, slows it down, in and out dribble, gets to the paint, gets bumped, and will go to the line for free throws. First foul by Meg Gustafson. Oh, wow. So Stephanie White, coach of the Connecticut Sun, used to play for Carolyn Peck, who's on the broadcast for the Aces at Purdue. That's interesting. Ty Harris misses the first free throw. Ty Harris knocks down the second free throw. 14-8. 14-8. Jackie Young with the ball. Jackie Young comes up the screen going right. Jackie Young, hesitation dribble, out to A'ja. Bad pass. DeWanna Bonner picks this pocket, cuts in front of A'ja to slow her down, and gets the layup. Great play by DeWanna. She gets the steal, then dribbles in front of A'ja to slow A'ja down to cut off the angle for the block. It's 14-10. That's a veteran move there. A'ja Wilson tries to respond. She crosses into the paint. Jump shot bounces off the rim and drops. A'ja Wilson feeling herself so far. That mid-range jump shot has been her weapon. 16-10 Vegas. Alyssa Thomas bounce pass to Bree Jones, who goes up and scores over Gustafson. So Bree Jones with 4 points. Oh, they leave Jackie Young. She doesn't take the layup. No look to Meg Gustafson. She goes up and scores. I thought Jackie gave up a layup, but she finds Meg, who drops it in. So it's 18-12. Ball to Bree Jones, over to Bonner. Bonner comes up the screen going left. Bonner to Alyssa Thomas, over to Bree Jones. Foul line jump shot rattles in. So Bree Jones up to 6 points. Kelsey Plum with the ball. Kelsey Plum tries to drive, gets cut off. Over the corner to Meg Gustafson. No hesitation for 3. Meg Gustafson knocks down the 3. And that she has 5 points. 21-14. Mabry tries to answer, and Mabry says, I can do that too. It's going back and forth here in Vegas. 21-17. Kelsey Plum, crossover, playing behind the screen. Over to A'ja. A'ja, foul line jump shot. She misses this one. Rebound to Bree Jones. Over to Harris. Harris comes off the screen going left. Oh, looking for somebody. Gets it to Thomas. Thomas fakes the drive. Bounce pass. Oh, and what a no-look bounce pass to Bree Jones. And Bree Jones scores. Bree Jones up to 6 points here. 8 points, actually. A'ja Wilson, dream shake, misses. Ball gets tipped out. Oh, goes off Mabry's fingertips. Back to the Aces. Kelsey Plum over to Tiffany Hayes. Hayes tries to attack on the baseline, goes under the basket. Reverse layup is good and 1. Tiffany Hayes scores over Alyssa Thomas. Alyssa Thomas allows her to get by her on the baseline. She goes reverse layup and scores. I forgot Tiffany Hayes playing against her former team here in Connecticut. She played with Connecticut last season, retired in the offseason, and then Vegas, Becky Hammond begged her to come back, and she signed with the Aces at the beginning of this season. Tiffany Hayes for the three-point play, and she scores. 24-19. 24-19, approaching a minute to go here in the first quarter. Ty Harris with the ball. Harris comes off the screen going left. Nelson Adota's into the game for Bree Jones. Mabry into the paint. Pass to Adota, who goes up. I can't finish. Rebound to Alicia Clark, who's checked in for Alicia Clark down to Asia. Asia on the face-up. Tries to go up under. One leg fall away. Soft touch. It's good. Asia Wilson feasting down there. She's up to 10 points. 26-19. Mabry to Ty Harris. Ty Harris on the attack. Gets into the paint. Gets fouled. And one Ty Harris. So she'll go to the line for the three-point play. So Ty Harris up to 4 points here. Score is 20. Sorry, with 6 points here for Ty Harris. Ty Harris to the line for the three-point play is 26-21. 29 seconds to go. It's up and good. She knocks it down. So about a 3-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Aces ball. Tiffany Hayes and Ty Harris, the former teammates, looking at each other. Tiffany Hayes comes off the screen, going to her left. Comes back right, hesitation dribble into the paint. Corner to Kia Stokes for three, and Kia Stokes knocks down the three. 29-22. 3 seconds to go. Mabry, jump shot is up, and Mabry at the buzzer answers with a three. She's saying something to Tiffany Hayes. Oh, teams, I love it. I love it. Mabry with the little step back on Tiffany Hayes and buries the three at the end of the first. Is 29-25. Vegas over Connecticut. I love it. Love it. Beulah says, I plan to go to Zipline in the future, conquer Fair Heights. That should be a good time. Looking at these other scores, Chicago's up 21-20 over Phoenix. Seattle's up 24-13 over the Sparks. It's a good point here, Conlander. It's the battle of the casinos between Connecticut Sun and the Las Vegas Aces, two of the W's franchises who play their home games on casino property. Correct. Connecticut Sun play at Mohegan Sun Arena. And the Las Vegas Aces play at Michelob Ultra Arena. I forgot what hotel or casino property that's a part of. Sigmund, what's going on, my friend? Two good teams, definitely. They really shooting the ball, too. So you got 8 points from Bree Jones to lead Connecticut. You got 10 points from Asia Wilson to lead the Aces. Looking at percentages in terms of shooting, Connecticut shooting 52% from the field. The Aces shooting 57% from the field. So both of these teams going back and forth. And I like it. I think Tiffany Hayes said something to Mabry, and Mabry, after she hit that step back three at the buzzer to end the first, she said something right back. I love it. I love the competition. I'm over here chatting. Let's get stuff ready for the second quarter. So Chicago goes into the first quarter, end of the first quarter, 24-22 over the Mercury.
Now connected to
Why are you connecting to my speaker? And the Storm are up 24-13 over the Sparks as expected. Beulah, the Dream did beat the Mystics, yes. That game went to overtime, and they ended up pulling out the win. All right, second quarter coming back here. First quarter is down. 4-point game here. DeWanna Bonner is 30 points away from being third all-time in the W in scoring. Tina Thompson has 7,488. DeWanna Bonner currently has 7,458. Ball in play here. Veronica Burton has checked into the game for the Connecticut Sun. So it's Burton, Nelson Adota, Mabry, Carrington, and Bonner. This is DeWanna Bonner's 500th WNBA game. She's been in the league, I think, 15 years. Lineup for the Aces as the ball's inbounded is Gray, Gustafson, Hayes, Stokes, and Clark. Ball inbound to Nelson Adota. Pass was too high. It's a turnover. Chelsea Gray with the rock. Over to Stokes. Stokes dribbles, looking for somebody, gets it to Gray. Gray going to her left. Gray step back. Jumper rolls out. Rebound to Carrington. Carrington over to Mabry. Mabry comes off that screen. Probing. Gets fouled as she shoots the foul line floater, and she'll go to the line for free throws. Mabry has come in and made a difference. She has 6 points here on 2 of 2 from 3. So Mabry at the line for first free throw, buries it. So Mabry averaging 14.4 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 4 assists. She misses the second. So it's a 3-point game, 29-26. Remember, Marina Mabry was playing with the Chicago Sky to start the season. They traded her before the trade deadline. Meg Gustafson's open. She pump fakes at the 3, drives into the paint, goes up with the layup, and misses. Rebound to Nelson Adota. Mabry on the run. Mabry looks to attack. Steps back. Mabry for 3. Oh, halfway down and out. Rebound to Clark. Chelsea Gray with the ball. He gives a head motion. Meg Gustafson for 3 as she buries it again right in front of the Aces bench from that corner. That's her spot. It's 32-26. Burton over to Bonner. Bonner to Mabry. Mabry over to Bonner. Bonner right side to Carrington. Carrington on the drive baseline. Throws it and it bounces off the bottom of the backboard. The refs say, let's go. Chelsea Gray on the run. Chelsea Gray, no look to Kia Stokes. DeWanna Bonner picks that right out. Finds a leaking out Dejanay Carrington who never crossed half court and scores. 32-28. Clark with the ball. Over to Gray. Gray handoff to Hayes. AC on the cut. Alicia Clark on the cut and score. So it's 34-28. Mabry brings it across half court. There's subs at the next dead ball. Nelson Adota faces up. Looking for somebody. Gets it to Mabry. Mabry comes off the screen going to her left. Mabry over to Bonner. Bonner drives into the center of the paint, goes up with the right hand scoop over, it rolls off the rim. It was halfway down, and Meg Gustafson gets the rebound. Gray with the ball. Gray dribbling out by half court, gets the screen, going to her left. Gray drives into traffic, bounce past to Stokes. DeWanna Bonner gets a hand, but Kia Stokes smacks it out of bounds. That's great defense by the Sun here on Chelsea Gray. You know she's looking to pass there. Just get your hands in the passing lane, and it makes a big difference. Jackie Young and Asia Wilson check back into this game. DeWanna Bonner checks out of this game for the Connecticut Sun. So ball in play. It's Burton, Alyssa Thomas, Bree Jones, Mabry, and Carrington. Burton over to Thomas. Back to Burton. Burton comes off the screen, going to her left. Burton bounce past to Alyssa Thomas into the paint, throws up the shot, and misses. Asia Wilson with the ball. She's dribbling up the court. Asia Wilson crossover, looking for somebody. Reverse spin. Pulls up at the foul line. The jumper misses. Alyssa Thomas with the rebound. Over to Burton. Burton on the run. Goes behind the back to Carrington. Carrington on the attack. Spin move. One leg fall away. Misses. That was a bad shot there. Sydney Colson with the ball. Almost gets her pocket pick. They call a foul on Dejanay Carrington. So it's 34-28, excuse me. I think they took a point away from a three that I thought was a three. 34-28. Ball in play. Meg Gustafson over to Asia. Asia at the foul line. Asia faces up, looking for options. Fake half spin. They send a late double. Find a cutting Colson. Colson to AC. AC pump fakes. Goes up. Throws up a wild shot. Rebound to Carrington. Carrington out loud to Mabry. Mabry probing. Mabry steps back over to Burton. Top of the key. Burton gets to Carrington. Carrington on the drive. Goes up with the layup and scores on the baseline over Gustafson. 4-point game. 34-30. Clark in the paint. Jackie Young pump fakes. Jackie Young foul line jump shot. Rattles it in. Jackie Young came to hoop today. Jackie Young with 8 points here. 36-30. Thomas with the ball. Top of the key. Calling out the play. Thomas comes off the screen. Wants Bree Jones, but they get it to Carrington. Carrington pump fakes. Drives into the paint. Double clutches and gets fouled there. Dejanay Carrington will go to the line for 2 free throws. And it looks like we have an officials timeout here. The foul was on Asia Wilson. So we have a timeout here. Aces are up 36-30 with 5:28 to go in the second quarter as we go to commercial. All right, looking at these other games, Chicago's up 34-30 over Phoenix. Rachel Banham with 12 points to lead the Sky. And you have the Storm up 31-21 on the Sparks. Odyssey Sims with 8 points. Nneka Ogwumike with 7 points here. Alrighty. Salute to everybody here on the stream. Make sure you leave a like on the stream. This is the second stream of the day. Final games of the WNBA slate going on this evening. Got some pretty good ones early on. These games are looking like they're going along the same type of trajectory. I'll be back on Tuesday. We'll go over the remaining schedule. The WNBA season ends on Thursday. That's the final day of the regular season. And then we start the playoffs on Sunday. So I will not be on stream on Sunday, depending on when the Liberty play. I'll be at that first playoff game, depending on it doesn't matter who our opponent is. I'm gonna be there. So if we're the early game, we may be able to do the late game. But if we're the late game, then I won't be able to stream on Sunday. We could take a look at the WNBA playoff schedule during halftime as well. We're still in timeout here. We are still in the timeout. Not missing anything. Remember, the playoffs are all on ABC, ESPN, and ESPN2. So there will be no playoff games on League Pass until after the games are completed. So after when the playoffs start is ABC, ESPN, and ESPN2, all nationally televised. So no Ion, none of that other stuff. Dejanay Carrington, as we come back to the broadcast, hits the first free throw. Second one is up and good. As she buries the second. Ball in play here. So it's a 4-point game. That's where Connecticut's been hovering around. 36-32. Plum with the ball over to Asia. Asia at the 3-point line. Finds Plum on the cut. Jackie Young's in the corner. Plum doesn't pass it. Gets it to Stokes. Back to Plum. Plum with 5 on the clock. Finds a cutting Colson. Colson tries her best Chelsea Gray impression. Goes a wrap around behind the back pass. It hits the basketball stanchion. Turnover to the Aces. Ball in play here with the Connecticut Sun. A chance to get this to 2 or even 1. Mabry on the bounce pass to Thomas. Thomas on the attack. It's blocked by Stokes. It goes off of Thomas's back and goes out of bounds. Yeah, that was a great block by Kia Stokes there. Ball in play here with the Aces. Asia Wilson faces up at the foul line. Gets it to Jackie Young, going to her right. Jackie Young, foul line jump shot, halfway down and out. Rebound. And they call a foul there. They call a foul there on Connecticut for fouling Asia Wilson. No, that's not a foul. No, come on now. So Aces get another possession here. Stokes over to Colson. Colson down to Wilson. Wilson faces up, drives, gets fouled, and she'll go to the line. So it's 36-32. Foul was on Dejanay Carrington. No, that foul was on, I think it's Alyssa Thomas on that foul. Oh, they called it on Brianna Jones, excuse me. They had the wrong person there. Brianna Jones with the foul, 36-32. Asia Wilson at the line for free throws. First free throw is up, and she misses. DeWanna Bonner for the Sun set to check back in. Let's see who checks out. Dejanay Carrington checks out. Asia Wilson up to 11 points here in this first half. 37-32, 5-point game, 4.5 to go here. As Ty Harris, Thomas, Jones, Bonner, and Mabry. Ball over to Ty Harris, right side to Bonner. Bonner in front of her bench for 3, misses. Rebound to Young. Young on the attack here, looking for Asia. Gets it to Asia. Asia with the face up. Asia looking. Handoff to Stokes. Stokes to Colson. Colson on the attack. Colson left hand layup, short. Rebound to Jones. Jones over to Thomas. Thomas with the spin move at half court. Thomas out to Bonner. Corner to Harris. Harris, no hesitation. Ty Harris knocks down the 3, and it's a 2-point game here. Ty Harris with 10. Kelsey Plum steps back for 3. She misses. Mabry gets the long rebound. Connecticut has a chance to tie or take the lead with a 3 here. Mabry finds the cutting Jones. Jones finds Thomas on the roll. Thomas goes up and gets fouled. So Alyssa Thomas will go to the line for free throws here to tie this game. Dennis says maybe over the end of season, all refs should be brought together to view highlights of all bad calls. I mean, I think they do have those those summit. I don't know if it's called a summit or They all get evaluated on their performances and whatnot. As Alyssa Thomas hits the first. Alyssa Thomas hits the first. 37-36. Connecticut was hanging around. Alyssa Thomas' second free throw is up and good. So they tie the game. Excuse me. 37-37. Chelsea Gray with the rock. Chelsea Gray dribbling now by half court. Looking for Jackie Young. Gets it to Jackie. Jackie comes off the screen, going to her left. Probing. Stops at the foul line. Picks up her dribble over to Asia. Asia looks to attack. Asia corner to Stokes. Stokes, no hesitation. Right corner three is off. Connecticut would live with Kia Stokes shooting three all the time. Alyssa Thomas on the attack. Out to Harris. Harris for another three. Bounces around. Bree Jones gets their offensive rebound, goes up and scores. Bree Jones and the Connecticut Sun take the lead. Their first lead since the first quarter, like the first possession. Bree Jones into double figures. She's up to 10 points and 5 rebounds. 2:57 to go. Connecticut has the lead, 39-37. So we got some good action here, people. We got some good action here. So we're at a timeout right now. Fix something right quick. Oh, whoops. Hold on, y'all. Getting stuff ready for halftime so we can look at some things. Okay, so we can go back there. All right, we good now. We are good now. All right, so looking at these other scores here, Chicago up 45-44, winding down the second quarter. Kennedy Carter up to 10 points. Dana Evans with 10. Rachel Banham with 12. Looks like Mercury just tied the game at 45. Brittany Griner with 13 points. Remember, no Kalia Copper in that game. She's out with a back injury. Natasha Cloud with 6 points and 5 assists. 8 points from Sophie Cunningham. She just signed a 1-year deal, re-upping her deal with the Phoenix Mercury. Storm putting Belta behind on the Sparks. Got Hamby with 2 points. Azare with 4. Odyssey Sims with 8. The rookie Rakia Jackson with 5. For the Storm, there's no Jewel Lloyd. She's out with a knee injury. No Ezzy Magbagor either. She's out, I think, with concussion-like symptoms. Got Gabby Williams with 9. Got Neko Gumake with 9. Skylar Diggins-Smith with 7. All right. So that's the scores there. It looks like we're coming back to the broadcast here. Ball in play here. Aces with the ball. Kelsey Plum for 3 off that timeout, and they retake the lead just like that. 40-39. That's Plum's first field goal, I believe. Alyssa Thomas with the ball. Thomas over to Jones, over to Harris, left side. Looking for Bonner. Bonner at the top of the key, over to Mabry. Mabry comes off the screen. Mabry, left hand dribble into the paint, throws up the wild floater and gets fouled. Mabry gets fouled by Jackie Young. So Mabry at the line for free throws. You said the broadcast is back? What broadcast is back, Mom? Oh, you talk about this broadcast? Yeah, I know it's back. He misses the second, and the Aces have the ball. It's 40-40. I thought I added the free throw here. My bad. 40-40. Asia Wilson with the ball, looking for Gray. Gets it to Gray. Gray comes off the screen, going left. Alyssa Thomas fights over it. Chelsea Gray, step back, jump shot from the foul line, and buries it at the buzzer. Tough shot there by Chelsea Gray. Ty Harris with the ball. Comes off the screen, going to her right. Ty Harris. Over to Bree Jones. Right side to Alyssa Thomas. Down to Dewana Bonner, who catches it. They send a double team. She dribbles out of it. Gets it to Mabry. Mabry down to Bree Jones. Oh, and she just misses the layup. That was a great pass there by Mabry. Bree Jones just couldn't finish. Kelsey Plum on the run here. Plum over to Gray. Gray to Plum. Plum pump fakes. Tries to attack. Ty Harris guarding her tight. She throws up the left-hand floater and scores. Kelsey Plum, after not scoring in the first quarter, up to 5 points here. Ball to Alyssa. Back to Ty Harris. Ty Harris at the three-point line. Gets it to Mabry. Down to Thomas. Thomas to Bree Jones. Bree Jones gets bumped. Throws up the hook shot, and it goes out of bounds. 57 seconds to go here. 44-40. 44-40. Under a minute to go here. Aces momentarily lost the lead. They're back up by 4. Young over to Plum. Plum pump fakes at the three-point line. Attacks. Gets into the paint. Left-hand floater. Bounces off the rim and through. So after that timeout, Kelsey Plum has woken up. She's up to 7 points. Ty Harris on the drive, gets into the paint, tries to go glass, and misses. 6-point game. Aces on the run. They slow it down. About a 4-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock here. Kelsey Plum dribbling out by half court. Becky Hammond calls out the play. Becky Hammond to Kelsey Plum. Kelsey Plum, step back. 3. Kelsey Plum on a heater now. She's up to 10 points here. She's all 10 of her points in the last 3 minutes of this quarter. And that's how the quarter ends. Kelsey Plum woke up a little bit here. And they go on a 9-0 run to end this quarter, 49-40. (48-40). Kelsey Plum goes on her personal 9-0 run there to end this quarter and send us into halftime. So let's take a look at the box score. Connecticut Sun tried to make a comeback. Well, they made the comeback. They took the lead, and then the Aces went on their run. So let's take a look at the box score and the team stats here. Thank you all for tuning in. This will be, if you're new here, this is what we do at halftime. We take a look at the box score, the team stats, and then we look around to the rest of these games in the league and look at those as well. So you can see Las Vegas leads the season series 2-0 on here on your right-hand side. No matter what happens today, the Aces will win that season series. Connecticut 40, Las Vegas 48. Connecticut up 20. Connecticut was outscored 29-25 by the Aces. They were outscored 19-15 in the second quarter by the Aces as well. Looking at the Sun, you have Dewana Bonner, 2 points, 2 rebounds in 17 minutes. Alyssa Thomas with 2 points and 4 assists, 3 rebounds in 16 minutes. Bree Jones with 10 points and 5 rebounds. Ty Harris with 10 points on 2 of 4 shooting from 3. Dejanay Carrington with 8 points and 3 rebounds. Their bench, they got 8 points from Mabry, none from Nelson Nadota and Burton. For the Aces, Kia Stokes hit a 3. She has 3 points. Asia Wilson with 11 points and 4 rebounds. Chelsea Gray with 4 points. You got Kelsey Plum with 9 points that she just had all in that second quarter. Jackie Young with 8 points, 4 rebounds, 4 assists. Yeah, Liz KP just went on a heater. She doing her thing. Alicia Clark, 2 points off the bench. Meg Gustafson with 8. None from Colson and 3 from Hayes. Let's take a look at the team stats here. So in terms of field goal percentage, Aces shooting 54% from the field. The Sun are shooting 41%. 3-point percentage, Aces shooting 54.5% from 3. The Sun are shooting 36.4%. Sun have taken more free throws. They're 8 for 11. The Aces are 2 for 3. Rebounding battle is pretty close. 17-16 in favor of the Aces. Assist-wise, 15-9 in favor of the Aces. Aces 4-2 in the steals department, 2-0 in the blocks department. The Aces are. Sun have 1 more turnover than the Aces, 5-4. Fast break points, the Aces are leading that 5-4. They're leading points in the paint, 22-18. Largest lead was 8 for the Aces and 2 for the Connecticut Sun. So that is the box score and team stats for this game. Looking at these other games, at halftime, the Sky are beating the Mercury 57-55, and the Storm are beating the Sparks 52-38. Alrighty, so let's take a look at the standings right now. Let's take a look at the standings. So these are the current WNBA standings as of right this moment. New York after that loss still in first. Minnesota after that win still in second. Connecticut trying to keep pace with Minnesota here. They probably would want to get to that 2 seed as well. But they need to win today or else all bets are off. Las Vegas with a win today could solidify themselves more in that 4 seed. No matter what Seattle does, and Seattle looks like they are on their way to winning as well. So if Vegas wins and Seattle loses, Vegas would definitely have the 4 seed. If they both win, then it pushes it another game. It pushes it to the next game where they could clinch that 4 seed. Indiana sitting comfortable at number 6. Phoenix, they can't go down, they can't go up, so they're sitting comfortably, at pick 7, at seed 7. With Washington's loss to Atlanta today, it moves them out of the 8th seed and puts Chicago back in there. Chicago fighting to stay in that 8th seed. They're up 2 points on the Mercury. The Mercury are just down and out. I don't know what's going on with that team. So they're down and out. I forgot to refresh this so you can see the correct score. There you go. Let's take a look at the remaining schedule for both of these teams. Let me take this off for a second. So this is the Sun schedule here. So they're playing the Aces right now. So Sunday, September 15th. They have Minnesota on the 17th. That will be a huge matchup on Tuesday on the 17th. And then you have on the 19th, they play the Sky. So they finish off their season at home. The tough game will be Minnesota. Chicago, they should pretty much handle Chicago. Excuse me. Let's take a look at the Aces remaining games. Oh, that's the Dream. Excuse me. Aces. So the Aces remaining games, they have Seattle on Tuesday in Seattle. And then they play Dallas at home to close out the season. That's a big game on Tuesday as well. Seattle, Vegas. If Seattle can win that game and tie the season series, they have a good chance of getting that 4 seed. So Seattle would need to win this game at home against the Las Vegas Aces if they want to keep pace. And Dallas, of course. Dallas, they can give you a scare. But I expect the Aces to handle that, even though Dallas has beat them earlier in the season. Let's take a look at the schedule. So let me get to today. So today, you see all the results from today. Indiana wins 1 against Dallas, 110-109. Minnesota beat New York 88-79. Atlanta beats Washington in overtime, 76-73. And then we have our halftime scores here for the remainder of those games. Now, if we look towards Tuesday, because tomorrow, Monday, September 16th, there are no games. On Tuesday, September 17th, we have a few more. Minnesota and Connecticut at 7 p.m. New York at Washington at 7 p.m. as well. Chicago at Atlanta at 7:30. That should be a big one as well in terms of seeding. And then you have Vegas, Seattle at 10 p.m. Phoenix, LA at 10:30 p.m. Okay, no games on Wednesday. And then on Thursday, we have the final day of the WNBA season. Chicago and Connecticut at 7 p.m. Atlanta, New York at 7 p.m. Indiana, Washington at 7 p.m. Las Vegas, Los Angeles Sparks, Minnesota Lynx, 8 p.m. And then we have two 10 p.m. games. Dallas versus Vegas, Seattle at Phoenix. So every team in the W is playing on Thursday for the final games of the regular season, because the playoffs start next Sunday, September 22nd. Talking about playoffs starting next Sunday, let's take a look at the postseason dates here. Get this out the way. Okay, so below is the list of dates for the 2024 WNBA playoffs presented by Google and the WNBA finals. All the start times and broadcast networks will be issued after the matchups have been determined. All matchups will be on ABC, ESPN, and ESPN2. And as you can see, the asterisk means if necessary. So all the game ones will take place on Sunday, September 22nd. So all 4 game ones will take place next Sunday, times to be determined. Tuesday, we'll only have 2 matchups. On Wednesday, we'll only have 2 matchups. That'll be on Tuesday, the game 2. Tuesday and Wednesday will be the game 2s, excuse me. And then if it goes to game 3s, it will be on Thursday and Friday. So round 1 is only about a week long if it goes the full 3 games. Then we move down to the semifinals. That will start the following Sunday, which is Sunday, September 29th. We have matchups on Sunday, Tuesday, and Friday. And then it repeats the cycle. So there will be no Saturday games in the playoffs, guys. No Saturday games in the WNBA playoffs. The Sunday, Tuesday, Friday. So both games from both sides of the bracket will take place. And then, of course, if it goes to a game 4 or game 5, it will take place the following Sunday and Tuesday. Remember, in the WNBA, the first round is best of 3, with the higher seeded team getting the first 2 home games and the lower seeded team, if necessary, getting the 1 road game. In the semifinals and finals, it's a 2-2-1 format, so the higher seed gets the first 2 games, the lower seed gets the second 2 games, and then if it goes to a 5th game, the higher seed will get that 5th and final game. So that is the schedule for the semifinals, and then we have the WNBA finals. It'll start on Thursday, October 10th, then Sunday, October 13th, Wednesday, October 16th, and the last day possible for the finals is October 20th if it goes all 5 games. So in about a month's time, we'll be done with the WNBA season, because October 20th would be the final game if it gets to that point. So that's a summary of the schedule. As they said, matchups and start times to be determined. So we'll keep an eye on that. Once I get that information, I'll be sure to let everyone know in the stream. But that is the schedule. Alrighty, so thank you for sticking with me for this halftime report here. Thanks for sticking with me. We'll wait for the second half to start. I think that says about 3 to 4 minutes. Sorry, I can't even talk. 3 to 4 minutes left until halftime is over, and we can restart this game. So in the meantime, let me get things ready for the third quarter. Salutes everybody here in the stream. Make sure if you're new, you subscribe. Make sure you leave a like on the stream. Trying to get the likes up. It helps the algorithm, helps the channel tremendously. Appreciate you guys all tuning in for a full day of WNBA action. I've seen some good games already today. We only have 2 game days left of the regular season, as we just looked at, Tuesday and Thursday, before we enter the playoff push. Looking at this game, though, what do the Sun need to do? The Sun need to continue to share the ball, continue to feed their big in Brianna Jones, and then they're going to need some help from the outside. The Aces continue to take care of the ball like they have been, keep moving the ball. They've been just feeding A'ja Wilson a lot, so I guess they just have to keep doing that. Alrighty, let me take a look at these other games. See what the deal has been. High scoring game there in Chicago. It was 22-24 in the first quarter. Both teams scored 33 points each in the second quarter. So that's a lot of scoring. A lot of scoring. I'm looking forward to seeing who gets what awards here after the season. We already know MVP will most likely go to A'ja Wilson for the historic year she's had. Rookie of the year is probably going to go to Caitlin Clark. When it comes to like defensive player of the year, A'ja has a shout in that. DiJonai Carrington has a shout in that. Stewie has a shout in that as well. But it'll be between A'ja and DiJonai there. You're looking at most improved. I'm looking at Hamby. I'm looking at DiJonai as well. So it's going to be between those two. So those end of season awards should be pretty interesting to see what happens. All right, they're coming back to the broadcast. They're saying 2 minutes to go before halftime is over. This halftime felt extra long halftime here. The broadcast is showing the scores that we just looked at for those other games that took place today and the current games that are going on. Yeah, this halftime feels extra long. Let me turn the audio on so I can hear what they're talking about here. All right, so we got about a minute to go, 50 seconds to go. Some players still getting some shots up. Yeah, this halftime was just longer than normal. This is funny. When at New York on the court, there'd be like mad security on the court during like halftime and them things. Or blocking off the court. Here at Vegas, it look mad relaxed, mad chill. It's crazy. All right, we're getting ready to start this third quarter. This break has been extremely long. But thank you guys for sticking out with me through the halftime report and all that. Let's get back to some WNBA action. They did say the Aces already sold out their season tickets for next year. The support is huge out there for the Aces. I mean, it helps when your team wins as well, wins championships. All right, third quarter starting. Connecticut starts the quarter with the basketball, and we're finally off to start the third. Connecticut. Bree Jones over to Carrington. Carrington looks to drive. Bounce pass to Bree Jones against Kia Stokes. One leg fall away and soft touch from Bree Jones. She might be a candidate for most improved as well. I forgot about her as well. Bree Jones up to 12 points here. Gray over to Young. Young looking, gets the screen from Asia. Bounce pass to Asia. Asia stops. Back out to Young. Young, top of the key, 3, misses. Fight for the rebound, goes to Jones. Alyssa Thomas brings it up the court. Gets Chelsea Gray in the post, goes baseline. Corner to Ty Harris. Sets her feet. 3, and misses. Misses the wide open one. It's 48-42. My bad. 48-42. And Asia Wilson hits the mid-range jump shot. It's 50-42. Dejanay Carrington pulls up for 3, misses. Rebound to Asia Wilson. Asia Wilson steps in and shoots the jumper. Asia Wilson knocks it down. So it's a 10-point game, 52-42. Bonner with the cut and scores. So it's 52-44. 52-44. That's the right score, right? I'm as close to live as possible. Asia Wilson on the drive. Asia Wilson goes up, throws up the floater, and gets fouled. So Asia Wilson will go to the line for free throws. So Asia Wilson will go to the line for free throws. Asia Wilson at the line for free throws. First one is up, and she buries it. I just got a notification. Camilo Cardoso to the bench. Isabel Harrison will start the second half. Asia Wilson misses the second free throw. 53-44. Alyssa Thomas over to Carrington. Carrington, jab step. Carrington looking. Carrington to Alyssa Thomas. Alyssa Thomas on the drive. Gets blocked by Asia Wilson. Rebound to Jackie Young. Chelsea Gray goes behind the screen. Mid-range jump shot. Misses. Rebound to Bonner. A piece of confetti fell from the ceiling. That's funny. Alyssa Thomas in the point. Down to Bree Jones. Out to Alyssa Thomas. Push shot from the foul line. Rolls in and out. Tip to Kia Stokes. Kelsey Plum with the ball. Kelsey Plum over to Chelsea Gray. Over to Jackie Young. Pump fakes. Jackie Young right hand dribble stops. Reverse pivot over to Stokes. Over to Plum. Plum pump fakes. Out to Stokes. Stokes out to Jackie Young. Left wide open for 3. And she buries it. Top of the key 3. Timeout. Stephanie White. And the Aces go up 12. So the Aces in this quarter outscoring Connecticut 8-4 here. Aces are up 12. 56-44. So the defending back-to-back champions putting in work here to start this second half. They're looking to get the Sun out of here. It's getting to that time, end of the season. Things are starting to click. People are staying healthy, and they're playing good basketball. Let's look at these other games. 59-57 Connecticut over the Mercury. And Sparks are trying to make a comeback. It's 54-43. Nneka Ogwumike up to 16 points to lead all scorers. Dearica Hamby with 12. In the Chicago-Phoenix game, you have Brittany Griner with 15 points, 7 rebounds. Rachel Banham with 15, Lindsay Allen with 5 rebounds, and Lindsay Allen with 7 assists. So we're at a timeout right now. We are at a timeout by the Connecticut Sun right now. Coach Stephanie White wants to talk some things over with her team. Shout out to everybody who's tuned in, hanging out on the stream. Appreciate you guys hanging out on this Sunday evening here on the East Coast. It's been a full day of WNBA games. Every team in the league has or is playing today. But we're coming back to the broadcast now. Jackie Young, 11 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. Yer says, do you think Plum will pop off at all? She very shaky, my boy. Very, very shaky. She had no points in the first, and she went off for 9 points in the second. She hasn't scored yet in the third. DeWanna Bonner for 3. She misses. Bree Jones with the rebound. Spin move goes up and gets fouled. So Bree Jones will go to the line for free throws. Bree Jones with 12 points and 7 rebounds. Bree Jones, first free throw is up and good for Bree. She misses the second. Kia Stokes with the rebound. Kelsey Plum crosses half court. Right side of the floor looking for Chelsea Gray. Chelsea Gray tries to do an over the head pass behind her head and throws it straight out of bounds. Ty Harris brings the ball up the court. Ty Harris had a pretty good first half. She's up to 10 points. Bonner out to Harris. Harris looks to attack. Over to Thomas. Thomas with the ball. Down to Bree Jones, who seals. They send a double over. Fight for the ball. 4 seconds. 3 seconds. Bonner goes up. She doesn't get it off in time, and it's a shot clock violation. Great defense by the Aces there. They see what the Sun want to do. They want to post up Bree Jones, and they sent a late double over there, and it worked out. 6 minutes to go in the third. Aces up 56-45. Jackie Young to Asia at the foul line. Asia picks up her dribble out to Jackie. Wants the screen. Jackie takes the screen, going to her right. Stops behind the screen. Pulls a 3. Short. Fight for the rebound. DeWanna Bonner has it. Bonner crosses half court. Bonner looks on the attack. Finds Bree Jones rolling to the basket. She goes up And a blocking foul there by A'ja Wilson. So Bree Jones will go back to the line. So Bree Jones going back to the foul line. Referees are discussing something right now. So Bree Jones. First one is up and good for Bree Jones. Yura says, I just need Plum with 15. Hopefully she could do that. And she should have another scoring spurt. So you just need 6 from her. We'll see. We'll see what happens as Bree Jones hits both. They get it back under single digits. 47-56. Excuse me. Plum with the ball over to Wilson. Wilson faces up, gets to Jackie Young, fight for the ball, and they call a foul on Ty Harris. Vegas to inbound. Gray gets it to Young. Young comes off the screen, stops, mid-range jump shot, cash. Jackie Young. She has the jump shot working tonight. 13 for Jackie. Ty Young with the Ty Harris with the ball. Thomas over to Bonner. Bonner with the ball in the corner, down to Carrington in the post against Chelsea Gray. Attacks her, goes up and misses. Ball gets tipped around. Chelsea Gray tries to save it, and it goes off Bree Jones. Right to Jackie. Jackie over to A'ja. A'ja, dream shake, fall away jump shot, and scores. Tough play by A'ja there. And it's back to a 13-point game, 60-47. Alyssa dribbling top of the key. She wants to screen. Alyssa pointing out the play. Gets it to Bonner. Bonner, mid-range jump shot. Short. Rebound to Stokes. Rebound to Chelsea Gray. Chelsea Gray over to Young. Young, left side of the floor, isolated with Bonner. Young over to Stokes. Handoff back to Young. Young dribbling top of the key. A lot of dribbling. Goes corner to Gray. Gray wants to screen from Wilson. Gets the screen. Gets to their foul line jump shot. And Chelsea Gray knocks down the foul line jump shot. Timeout again. Stephanie White. 62-47. 6 points for Chelsea Gray. 6 points and 3 assists. 6-0 run by the Las Vegas Aces. Another timeout here by Connecticut. It says Camilo Cardoso won't return to this game, the Chicago game. So we're at a timeout now. We're staying with the broadcast. They didn't go to a commercial or anything. So we'll see how Connecticut can respond. The Aces have fallen into a groove here. They're getting whatever they want. And they're stopping Connecticut on the other end. Looking at this other games, Storm up 15 on the Sparks halfway through the third. And the Sky hanging tough against the Mercury. They're up 3 halfway through the third as well. All right, ball in play here with the Connecticut Sun. Melissa Thomas over to Mabry, who's checked in. Mabry trying to come off the screen. Mabry picks up her dribble over to Carrington. Carrington on the dribble. Carrington on the attack, gets into the paint. A'ja Wilson punches that to the front row and has something to say. Oh, and they have a shot clock violation by the Connecticut Sun there out of that inbound play. Ball in play with the Aces. It's Kia Stokes with the ball. Stokes, Plum, Gray, Young, and Wilson, the starters. Plum on the attack. Plum gets all the way to the basket, goes off the leg, and scores. So Kelsey Plum finally scores here in the third quarter. And she's up to 11 points for Kelsey. Bree Jones to Mabry. Mabry pulls up, and Mabry answers with a jump shot. Kelsey Plum with the ball again. Kelsey Plum slows it down. A'ja Wilson on the attack. Step back. Midi. Good. A'ja Wilson up to 20 points here. Mabry on the driving. A blocking foul by Kelsey Plum. So it's 66-49. 2:49 to go in the third quarter. It's been all aces pretty much. All aces here in this quarter. Third game with 20-plus points this season. 9 points away from 1,000 on the season. Mabry with the ball. Mabry dribbling. Mabry spin move. Mabry to Jones. To Bonner. Bonner on the attack. Bonner finds Bree Jones. It gets tipped out. She saves it. Bree Jones, mid-range jump shot. Had to rush it. DeJournette fights for it. Gets the offensive rebound. She puts it up and misses. Bree Jones saves it. Gets it out to Mabry. Mabry comes off the screen from Thomas. Mid-range jump shot. And Mabry back-to-back mid-range jump shots. 66-52. Plum with the ball. Plum wants a screen. Double crossover. Looking for somebody. Keeps her dribble alive. Plum just dribbling, and they call a foul by DeJournette. There are 3 fouls on DeJournette. All right, so it's Hayes to inbound, gets it to Young. Young to Wilson. Wilson on the attack, gets into the paint, goes up and scores. A'ja Wilson just being ultra aggressive here. Can't check her. She can't stop her. 7 away from 1,000 for A'ja. Bonner with the ball. Bonner over to Thomas. Thomas back to Bonner. Bonner bounce pass to Thomas on the roll. Cross court to DeJournette. DeJournette hesitates. DeJournette now shoots the 3 and misses. The offense does not look fluid for the Connecticut Sun. She puts her hands up like I don't know. Tiffany Hayes with the ball over to A'ja, over to Young. Young snatches back, comes to the left-hand side. Jackie Young for 3, and she misses. Fight for the rebound. DeJournette tips it out of bounds, and it stays with the Aces. Substitution happening here. Alicia Clark checking in. 7 points away from being the first player in WNBA history to score 1,000 points in a season. I thought she had already done it last game, but now she's only 7 away. Ball in play with the Aces. Alicia Clark to A'ja. Oh, A'ja crossover on Bree Jones. Foul and 1. Oh, that was dirty. Bree Jones don't got the foot speed. A'ja said left to right crossover into the paint. Foul and 1. That was beautiful. Uncheckable. A'ja Wilson, jab step, right, left, right crossover into the paint, and then gets fouled twice and finishes. That was dirty. Wham! That was tough. So A'ja with the 3-point play. 4 away from 1,000 points for A'ja Wilson. Mabry, step back 3 to answer. Connecticut just struggling now. They're running out of answers. 20-point game here. Alicia Clark over to Hayes. Hayes over to Young. Young coming off the screen. Young stops. Corner to Gustafson. Gustafson tries to drive. Gets it to Hayes. Hayes reverse spin. Hayes with 2 seconds. Hayes to the basket. Gets stripped. And Alyssa Thomas with the steal. Great defense there by the Sun. Alyssa Thomas on the run. Alyssa Thomas not even looking at the basket. That's the Aces defense get reset up. Mabry comes off the ball. Dribble handoff. Mabry under the basket. Lob up. And lobs it too high to Bree Jones. And it goes out of bounds. Connecticut falling apart here. They look like the Liberty earlier today. Only 11 points here in the third quarter. Vegas has 23 in this quarter with 14 seconds to go here. Jackie Young with the ball. Let's see if Asia can get 2 more points here. Young over to Asia. Asia for 3? Oh, short. Rebound goes long. Asia. Another one at the buzzer. Oh, she almost banks it in. And that's how the quarter ends, people. Aces up 20, 71 to 51 here. Asia with 25 points and 7 rebounds. She almost banked that one in. It was halfway down. Wow, wow, wow. As we get ready for the fourth and final quarter. All right. Sorry, guys. I was watching this commercial here about deodorant. Nah, funny. So looking at these other scores, it looks like the Mercury have taken the lead over the Sky, 73-68. So the Sky running out of gas here, and they're running out of bodies and running out of gas. The Sparks trying to hang around with the Storm, 71-60 here. Gabby Williams up to 20 points against the Sparks. 21 for Nneka Ogwumike. Hamby with 21 and 9 for the Sparks. Let's see who else is doing work for the Sparks. The young rookie, Rukia Jackson, up to 14 points. Azare Stevens with 6 points and 6 rebounds. Skylar Diggins-Smith with 13 points and 5 assists. All right, so we're ready for the fourth quarter. Salute to everybody who's tuned in. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Leave a like on the stream if you like this type of content. Subscribe if you haven't already. We'll be back on Tuesday, possibly for another doubleheader. We have a lot of games on Tuesday with major playoff implications. It looks like the Aces are about to go on to win this game. Phoenix has taken over Chicago. We'll see what Chicago can do if they want to keep their playoff hopes alive. And LA's coming back. They're only down 9 to Seattle right now. So that game is not over yet. That's a long commercial here. Dennis, it's her shoulder. For those who didn't see the question, Dennis asked, what's the reason Camilla out for the Sky? She was already questionable over the weekend to play in this game with the shoulder injury. It might be the same shoulder that kept her out the beginning of the season. I guess during this game it got too bad, or she probably took a bump to it, and I got the alert at halftime that she wouldn't return to the game. So they may just need to bite the bullet with that, and you don't want to win the battle but lose the war. You know what I mean? So to try and get her as healthy as possible. Aces with the ball to start this fourth quarter. Asia Wilson in the point. 4 points away from 1,000. Turnaround jump shot. I think gets blocked by Nelson Adota. Mabry Mabry has the ball over to Harris. Harris over to Thomas. Thomas has been virtually ineffective this game. Bonner on the drive. Out to Thomas. Out to Mabry. Mabry to Thomas. Thomas on the roll to the basket. Pump fakes goes up. Left hand layup is good. That's her first field goal of the game for Alyssa Thomas. Hayes with the ball over to Gustafson. Right side to Asia. Asia picks up her dribble out to Chelsea Gray. Chelsea Gray wants a screen. Chelsea Gray steps back for three, and she buries the three right in front of the Connecticut bench. And it's 74-53. Chelsea with 9 points. Mabry to Thomas. Thomas over to Mabry. Mabry comes off that screen, bounce pass to Thomas. Thomas stops. Thomas shoots the push shot, and she scores. That's back-to-back buckets for Alyssa Thomas. 55-74. Wilson over to Hayes. Hayes on the drive out to Gray. Gray looking for Asia. Asia faces up, foul line, jump shot, short. Rebound to Harris. Harris has been quiet since that first quarter. Harris over to Thomas. Alyssa Thomas has made her last 2 baskets. Thomas handoff to Mabry. Mabry probe dribble. Mabry into the paint. Shoots a contested jump shot, fouled, and she'll go to the line. Mabry does a good job of coming off those screens and keeping her dribble alive. So she can either get it right into her shot or continue her drive to the basket. Mabry misses the first free throw. 81% free throw shooter. Remember with Chicago, a couple games early in the season where she had the ball at the end and Mabry misses both free throws. Everybody gets a free slice of pizza. Asia Wilson with the ball. Dream shake, pump fake goes up and gets fouled. Rebound to Nelson Ododa, and that was on Tiffany Hayes. So if you're just joining, Asia Wilson 4 points away from 1,000 points in a season. Alyssa Thomas over to Harris. Harris with the ball. Gets off the screen to Thomas. Thomas, another shot from the foul line, and she misses. Rebound to Gustafson. Yours says, so tired of Plum being aggressive some games and just being a dead body other times. The Aces are good, but players like true consistency other than Wilson, yeah. Tiffany Hayes in the paint, goes up, throws it up on Mabry, tips it up, fight for the rebound. Nelson Ododa saves it. Mabry to Thomas. Thomas over to Bonner. Bonner's been quiet as well. Oh, Bonner gets her pocket picked by Chelsea Gray. Chelsea Gray behind the back pass to Gustafson. Oh, she smokes the layup. Chelsea Gray was setting that up lovely. Behind the back pass. And then Meg Gustafson, uncontested, misses the layup. Ododa on the other end tries to attack and rebound to Alicia Clark. That is hilarious. Chelsea Gray with the ball, guarded tightly by Alyssa Thomas. Chelsea Gray tries another no-look pass that goes right out of bounds. She's getting too fancy. Let me see how many turnovers she got. Chelsea Gray with 4 turnovers. 55-74. This game is pretty much over, y'all. Mabry with the ball. Mabry shoots the mid-range jump shot. She's been feasting on that mid-ranger. That high screen and roll there. 57-74. Tiffany Hayes with the ball now. Right side of the floor. Trying to run a good play. Tiffany Hayes driving to the basket. Euro step, switches to the left and misses. Bonner with the rebound and gets pushed in the back. There's 3 team fouls on the Aces. I think that foul was on Tiffany Hayes there. Oh, they called it on Meg Gustafson. Why they keep showing this replay of Meg Gustafson missing this layup? That was hilarious. She smoked the layup. So a timeout's been called. Official timeout. 5 minutes 40 seconds to go. Ace is up a lot to a little, 74-57. And it looks like Chicago has retaken this lead, 80-77 here in the fourth quarter. How much Kennedy Carter? Kennedy had 18 points for Kennedy Carter. 18 points for Michaela Onyenwere. That's good. The ex-Liberty rookie. Rookie of the year with the Liberty. So always got to salute Michaela. The Mercury, Brittany Griner with 19 points, 9 rebounds. Taurasi with 21. Cloud with 16. Cunningham with 11. Sparks are hanging around 76-65. Hamby with 21 and 9. Let's see. How many points has Azurá Stevens had? I had her for 10 points. She has 6. Of course. Oh, Kennedy Carter got my 4 assists, but it's not going to matter. Chelsea Gray. Oh, did Chelsea Gray? Yeah, Chelsea Gray has 3 assists. Oh, dang. Meg Gustafson selling my assists with that blown layup. I'm over here laughing. And DeWanna Bonner, 6 rebounds. What she got? Bonner. Dang, she's not even the top scorer. She's having a stinker. DeWanna Bonner, 5 rebounds. It's still a possibility. We'll see what happens. Dennis McGuire said, "What's with the Mercury? Sky in the game? Yeah, there's no Kalia Copper in that game, Dennis. Kalia Copper's out with a back injury. That's their leading scorer. But they've been on a downward trajectory for a while now. They have a negative record anyway. They're like 17-20. They've lost their last 3 games. If you go back to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Out of their last 8 games, they've only won 1 game. They're 1-7 in their last 8 games. That is insane. They're 1-8 in their last 1-7 in their last 8 games. The Phoenix Mercury are. Honestly, I did not see that happening. CC fan says Phoenix shutting down Chicago. A good laugh. Nah. Well, DeWanna Bonner gets a layup. Let's see if they might do a Liberty and nah, it's too late. Liberty had already started making their comeback at this point. Hayes with the ball to Wilson over to Plum. Plum on the attack. Plum steps back for 3. Oh, K Plum hits the 3. K Plum hits the 3. you might be in luck here. Thomas to Mabry. Mabry looking. They have a double team on her. Somebody's open. They get it to Harris. Harris over to Bonner. Down to Bree Jones. Oh, Bree Jones smokes the layup. Tipped up in the air. Asia Wilson saves it and gets fouled. Bree Jones is like, yeah, I missed the layup. Chemo says Mabry and Bonner need to heat up. Mabry's doing what she can. Mabry's up to 14. It's Bonner that's having a stinker. Bonner's with 6 points on 3 of 9 shooting. So Mabry off the bench with 14. Hayes over to Wilson. Wilson 4 points away from 1,000. Wilson out to Plum. Plum pump fakes at the three-point line. She drives, snatchback dribble, hesitation, double cross between the legs, tries to go right, calls for somebody, steps back for a contested three. Great defense, and Mabry has the rebound. Mabry pushes it quickly up the court. Mabry reverses course, gets to that mid-range again, bounces around and scores. Mabry's feasting in the middle of the floor at that mid-range jump shot. It's 77-61. Plum, left side to Hayes. Hayes holding the ball. Hayes comes off the screen, going to her right, pulls up for three. Oh, she banks it in. Oh, man. That's when you know it's not your night. She did a shot put shot and just banks it in. And Mabry gets bounced off her path, fouled by Tiffany Hayes. Fourth team foul by the Aces. So substitution being made. Alyssa Thomas goes out. Carrington comes in. So it's Harris, Carrington, Mabry, Jones, and Bonner. Harris with the ball. Gets it to Mabry. Mabry, quick pull up. Oh, Mabry's been feasting around that foul line area. Comes off that screen. Pull game. Mabry up to 18. Ball to Asia. Asia, mid-range jump shot. Misses. Rebound to Bonner. Bonner on the run here. Bonner over to Mabry. Mabry, corner to Carrington. Carrington doesn't take the shot. Corner to Harris. They needed Harris for three. And timeout, Becky Hammond. So it's a 14-point game here. Sun, not done yet. It's 3 minutes 18 to go. They're down 14 and on a nice little run here. Marina Mabry, it's automatic. She's coming off these screens. The Vegas bigs are playing in drop coverage, which means they're not guarding up as she comes off the screen. She just raise up, cash, cash. Mabry, let me look at her percentages here. Mabry, 7 for 10 from the field, so she's only missed 3 shots. 2 of them were threes. She's missed 4 free throws, which is terrible. But she does have 18 points. She's the only reason why this game is as close as it is. Got to work on her free throws. Usually at 80% foul shooter. Very inconsistent from the line as of late. Oh, look at this. The Storm are in a fight against the Sparks here. 77-75. LA has outscored Seattle 10-4 in the fourth quarter to make it a 2-point game. If the Storm lose this game and the Aces win, which they're on their way to doing, the Aces will clinch that 4th seed in the WNBA playoffs. It's a tie game between the Mercury and the Sky, 80-80. Man, it's going crazy over here. It is going crazy. So leading scorers, Asia Wilson with 25 points and 9 rebounds. You have Kelsey Plum with 14 points. Jackie Young with 13. You have, for Connecticut, Mabry with 18. Bree Jones with 15. Ty Harris with 13. So, oh, my bad, y'all. It's 3:18 to go in this game. I have 3:48 on my timer. I guess I stopped it at the wrong time. 3:18. There we go. All right, so it's Las Vegas ball here. Let's see what happens here. Can Connecticut continue to cut into this deficit? Will the Aces put it away? We shall see. Ball and play here with the Las Vegas Aces. Tiffany Hayes, Kia Stokes, Alicia Clark, Asia Wilson, Jackie Young. Jackie Young looking to probe. Jackie Young gets to the foul line. Jackie Young picks up her dribble. Out to Hayes. Hayes pump fakes. Out to Clark. Clark finds the cutting. Jackie Young gets cut off by Bree Jones. Kia Stokes out to Jackie for three. Short. She gets the long rebound. Jackie Young tries to force the pass. Almost gets stolen. Alicia Clark gets it. Ball to Asia. Asia step back jump shot. And she's 2 away. Asia Wilson 2 away from 1,000 in the season. 27. Ball to Ty Harris. Harris to Mabry. Over to Bonner. Bonner looking to get the screen. Gets the screen going to her left. Bonner over to Carrington. Carrington on the attack. Spin move. Left hand layup. Misses. Bree Jones gets the rebound and scores. Bree Jones up to 17. The crowd knows it. Everybody in the crowd standing up for Asia here. She's 2 points away from 1,000 points in the season. Never been done in history. Asia step back jump shot is good, and Asia Wilson 1,000 points. 1,000 points in the WNBA 2024 season. Bonner tries to answer, misses. Ball gets tipped out to Young. And the crowd is up and applauding this historic accomplishment there by Asia Wilson. Hayes with the ball. Hayes to Asia. Asia out to Young. Corner to Clark. Clark, corner three. Misses. Rebound to Mabry. And the crowd's chanting MVP. Ty Harris tries to answer and she buries the three. Three. Am I gonna stream regular NBA season? Nah, I ain't gonna stream that, bro. Too many games. And there's a lot of coverage out there already. So I'll leave that to those folks. I'm WNBA only. Maybe in the future, but as of now, it's just WNBA season. Timeouts called so that the crowd can applaud and cheer Asia and on her historic accomplishment. Her parents are there courtside, right next to the broadcasters, clapping. The whole crowd, a bunch of 1,000 signs there. Everybody celebrating her accomplishments. 1,000 points in a WNBA season, never been done in history, of course. Why it's so historic, and she does it how she's been doing it all night. Mid-range jump shot, cashes it in. Chemo said Asia's incredible. She has games like this even against good defensive teams. Yeah, I mean, as much as I've seen it in person when she put my liberty away. It's painful, but I gotta give credit where credit is due. Gotta give credit where credit is due. She's getting a little emotional, shedding a little bit of tears. They stopped the game to acknowledge this accomplishment. 1:18 to go in this game, and Asia Wilson has broken that record. Never been done in WNBA history. 1,000 points in 30. What game is this? They're 20 in 38 games. 1,000 points in 38 games. It's been a historic season from jump by Asia Wilson. So I think she's going to be on the bench now. They just wanted her to get the 1,000, and now we can get back to the remainder of this game. Benches look like they've been cleared. Yep. For both teams, you got Kate Martin getting some minutes, Sydney Colson, Tiffany Hayes, Gustafson, and is that Young? Oh, that's Queen Egbo, I think. Queen Egbo for the Aces. For the Sun, it's Burton, Adoda, Endor Fall, Carrington, and Bickle. Dennis says that's a record to be proud of, definitely. And that's a charge there by Dejanay Carrington on Hayes. Tiffany Hayes gets the charge against Carrington. The shot that will be remembered as the historic shot here. She gets it. Spin move off Bree Jones. Fall away jump shot from the right elbow. Cash. Ball in play here with the Aces as they put the finishing touches on this game. Oh, Kirsten Bell getting some minutes. Ball gets tipped out by the Sun, and it stays with the Aces. I don't remember the last time I seen Kirsten Bell on the court. So it's literally an all-bench lineup out here. Bell gets it over to Hayes. Conline said, congrats to Asia for reaching 1,000 points in the season, not career. She's been past 1,000 in her career. Looks like Vegas will be the number 4 seed and may meet the Liberty in the postseason. Yeah, in that second round, if the Liberty do what they're supposed to do and the Aces do what they're supposed to do, second round matchup loading. That's a tough one there. That is a tough one. You would prefer the Aces to be 3 seeds, so them and them and what you call it could duke it out. Them in Minnesota, but you only can play who's in front of you. You got to handle business if you want to win a championship. So the crowd is up and cheering. Becky Hammond and Stephanie White embrace as the ball and the clock ticks down. And that's the game, people. That is the game. A'ja Wilson on a historic night finishes with 29 points, 9 rebounds. Aces get the win, 84-71. Aces move to 24-13. The Sun moved to 27-11. The Sun look like they'll be in the 3 seed. They might be locked into the 3 seed for the WNBA playoffs. A'ja Wilson has the game ball. They're at half court, cameras around, her teammates around her, dancing with her. A couple of her South Carolina teammates on the Connecticut Sun waiting around for A'ja to give her some congratulations there. Tiffany Mitchell and Ty Harris. Ty Harris talking to A'ja's dad and mom. Tiffany Mitchell and Ty Harris coming over to give A'ja her props and her congratulations as former college teammates. Liz, I see you. Mabry says congrats. A'ja gives the ball to her mom and embraces with her mom and dad on this historic night. All right, let's take a look at the box score before we get out of here. But what a game, what a night for A'ja and her accomplishment here in the WNBA. So final score 84-71. Vegas gets the win. Aces outscored the Sun 29-25 in the first, 19-15 in the second, 23-11 in the third. The Sun outscored the Aces 20-13 in the fourth, but it didn't really matter. Final score 84-71. Connecticut, Bonner, not a really good night. 6.6 rebounds. Alyssa Thomas, 6.7 assists, 5 rebounds. Bree Jones with 17 to lead the Sun in scoring, 17 points, 9 rebounds. Ty Harris with 16, Carrington with 8. Their bench, you only got points from 18 from Mabry, who was keeping them alive. Nobody else on the bench scored anything. Vegas, Kia Stokes, 3 points. A'ja Wilson, the historic one, 29 points, 9 rebounds. Chelsea Gray with 9 points and 3 assists. Sold me. Kelsey Plum with 14 points and 4 assists. Jackie Young with 13 points, 8 rebounds, 7 assists. Alicia Clark with 2. Gustafson with 8. Hayes with 6. Nobody else scored for the Las Vegas Aces. All right. So that is that, people. That is that, as they say. Oh, I hit the wrong thing. Whoops, my bad, y'all. Looking at the other scores of this game, it looks like Phoenix is up 91-86. I'm going to see if I can switch to that game really quickly. Seattle is only up 1 on Los Angeles. This could have some implications here. Vegas, on a night where A'ja does something historic, could also clinch that final. Aces could clinch that 4 seed. Phoenix is up 91-86 with a minute to go. This game might be over if Diana hits this. Taurasi floater short. CC fan says, thank you for being here. Appreciate your channel. Salute. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Thank you for joining. Thank you all for joining. Make sure you leave a like if you like this type of content. Subscribe. Michaeloni and Wewe versus Taurasi. And Taurasi gives her like, yeah, I do this. I'm going to switch off that game. That game looks like it's over. I'm going to LA Sparks and Seattle Storm. That's what I'm focused on right now. It's a 1-point game here, people. 1-point game. Odyssey Sims with the layup. And Odyssey Sims is up to 20 points. They have 3 players with 20-plus points here. De'Erica Hamby with 23 and 11. You got Rakia Jackson with 22. Odyssey Sims with 20 points. This would be a horrific loss for the Storm here on their home floor after being up a majority of the game. So let's see what the Sparks can do here. This is interesting. Odyssey down to De'Erica. De'Erica with the spin and gets fouled. Victoria Vivians with the foul. Camille, what's up, Camille? Skylar has 15 points, 6 assists. 15 points, 6 assists. Yeah, 15.6 assists for Skylar. So it's 86-85, a minute 21 to go here. Odyssey Sims with the ball over to De'Erica, back to Odyssey. Odyssey down to De'Erica. De'Erica on the drive and gets fouled. So that the Sparks could take the lead now as Hamby goes to the line for free throws. Tie game. She hits one of the free throws. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Let me see what the Sky game looking like. Who has the ball? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Sparks have the lead here. Remember, Jewel Lloyd is out of this game. She's out with a knee injury. So no Jewel Lloyd, no Ezzy Magbegor. So you have 2 of your starters missing as the Sparks take the lead here. It's gut check time here for the Storm. If they lose this, no, they can't get the 4th seed if they lose this. Skylar over to Vivians. Over to Horston, up top to Skylar. Skylar splits the double, gets into the paint, throws up the floater, and draws a foul. Wow, this is crazy. Skylar holding her nose here. Might have got popped in the nose. Storm are down 87-86. She's made all 6 of her free throws in this game, though. For those just joining, we're just taking a look at the rest of these games that are coming to a close at this moment. We're looking at Skylar at the line for free throws. She bakes the first and the second. 88-87. Skylar buries both. Nice. So it's a timeout here by LA. They're down by 1 with 50 seconds to go. Let me switch back to this the Chicago game right quick. If I can get there in time before it's over. So it's Phoenix ball. They're up 2 with 7 seconds to go. Chicago will probably look to foul. And they foul immediately. So it's going to be a foul game here in Phoenix. I mean, in Chicago. (91-88) with 6 seconds to go. They get it to Cunningham again, and they get the foul. So Cunningham will go to shoot some free throws here. Yeah, if she hits one free throw, this could be over. I mean, 2 free throws, excuse me. It could be over. 5.5 seconds to go in this in this Phoenix Chicago game. Mercury versus Sky. Yeah, Cunningham hits both. This game is pretty much over. You got Angel Reese, Diamond DeShields, and of course Elizabeth Williams all on the bench, all out with injuries. Angel Reese and Elizabeth out with season enders. Diamond DeShields, probably hers is a season ending as well. Full timeout by the Chicago Sky. They're down by 4. No, 5, excuse me. I can't do math. Math is hard. This game is pretty much over. Let me go look at this LA Sparks game. Kian Nurse over there. Burrell just forces up a stupid shot there. Dang, Ray Burrell. Turn to the game. Ray Burrell gets fouled. Dennis McGuire. Good question. Who gets the 8th seed? It's gonna come down to a lot. Let's take a look actually. So currently, let me refresh this. So currently, Chicago has the 8th seed, right? But let me see what we got going on here. I have to look at the head-to-head matchup. So if we look at, we have to look at Chicago and Atlanta, because we may have a 3-way tie for the final seed, and then it comes into like weird tiebreaker scenarios. So let me see what I can pull up in regards to standings. So, tiebreaker procedure. The number 1 tiebreaker is better record in head-to-head games. Does my mouse just die? Oh, I'm just disconnected. So, better record in head-to-head games. So, that's why the game today between Atlanta and Washington was so important that Atlanta won. Because if they would have lost that game, they would have lost the head-to-head matchup and been essentially eliminated from contention. But the second tiebreaker is better winning percentage against all teams with 500 or better record at the end of the season. Quick pause on that. Phoenix wins the game 93-88. Chicago, I'm gonna see what the stats update to now that Chicago has lost. And back to this game. Seattle versus LA. Skylar Diggins with the ball. Skylar Diggins-Smith with the ball at half court. 30 seconds to go. Seattle's up 1. If they lose, they're the 5th seed. If they win, they have a chance to fight for the 4th. Skylar Diggins throws up a 3, and that's a shot clock violation. 20 seconds to go. LA with a great defensive stop here. Down by 1. They have a chance to have the last shot of the game. So once ESPN updates their bracket here, that'll be interesting. Yeah, Kimo, you're right as well. Chicago does play Atlanta on the 19th, but we have Odyssey Sims with the ball here. Odyssey Sims guarded by Vivian. You drive to the paint. Odyssey Sims hangs, misses. Ray Burrell with the rebound. 7 seconds. Oh. Ray Burrell got the rebound, tried to pass it out, but Skylar Diggins-Smith gets the steal. And now they're going to the foul line to shoot more free throws. Ray Burrell had the offensive rebound, just try to quickly throw the ball. She panicked. Dang, that's the thing about a young team like the LA Sparks. So Skylar Diggins-Smith back at the line where she's 8 for 8, buries the first free throw. It's 89-87 with 3 seconds left. I think the Sparks have a reset timeout left. She hits this one. They'll need a 3-pointer. So reset timeout here. 3.7 seconds left. 90-87. LA Sparks ball. They have 3 seconds to get a 3. The dream is still alive for the Storm for that 4th seed, but they need to win this game. This will make Tuesday's matchup super important. The Aces and the Storm play on Tuesday. Kia Nurse to inbound. Gets hit out of bounds. A 0.7 second goes off the clock. Sparks get another shot here. All right, Kia Nurse to inbound again. Deep corner here. Looking. Nurse gets it into Rakia. Rakia pulls up for three. Oh, off the rim, and that's the game. That is the game. So Seattle sweeps the season series against the LA Sparks. They win the game 90-87. They keep pace with the Las Vegas Aces for that fourth seed. Wow. That would have been the ultimate choke job there. That would have been the ultimate choke job. Wow, wow, wow. Let me see if they updated these standings yet. So this is the standings as of the completion of the Chicago game. For those that are still here, I appreciate you guys still sticking with me here. So now that Chicago lost, Washington moves back into 8th place because I'm assuming Washington has won the season series against the Chicago Sky. And that's the reason why they've moved back up, and they have the better winning percentage against all teams with 500 records or better at the end of the season. So currently, the Washington Mystics are in the 8th seed as of now. Phoenix still in contention for that 6th seed, I think. But I think Indiana will win one more game, and that'll be out the question. But for those who wanted to know, that is the seeding right now. Washington is in the 8th seed by way of some of the tie-breaking rules. It'll be interesting if when Chicago and Atlanta, as Chemo had mentioned, play on Tuesday. Yeah, they play on Tuesday. That'll be interesting to see because let me see if I can look at that head-to-head and see who's winning that between Atlanta and Chicago. Because Atlanta and Chicago, the Dream are trailing that series 2-1. So the Atlanta needs to win that one as well. They will have tied the season series against both the Mystics and the Chicago Sky. That could give them an outside chance to get that 8th seed. Whole bunch of scenarios that are possible, y'all. There's a whole bunch of scenarios possible for that 8th and final seed. But essentially, if Atlanta loses on Tuesday, they're out. Because then Chicago would have a 14-25 record, and have lost the tiebreaker. So Atlanta needs to win on Tuesday to stay in it. It's going to be a tough one. It's going to be an interesting one. I shouldn't say tough. It'll be an interesting one if you're a Mystics, Chicago, or Atlanta fan. Wow, wow, wow. What a day of basketball. Let me see if they updated these standings yet for this game that just ended. Probably not yet, but let's give it a refresh and see. Yeah, it looks like they did 24-15. That looks about 24-14, excuse me. That looks about right. Yep, 2 games to go. So, as you can see, if you look at that 4 and 5 seed, Vegas is 25-13. Seattle is 24-14. Right now, the Aces are leading the season series 2-1. And when I pull up this the schedule for these coming games, come on, y'all, get this out of here. There we go. Let's see, which one do I got now? Is it this one? No, it's not that one. Taking mad different stuff off the screen. Let's refresh this. See if this will load. To Tuesday's games. Why it's not loading? I guess they're updating the games as they're going on right now. But I wanted to show you guys Tuesday's games. Let's see if I can show it on this one. WNBA standings. Schedule, actually. All right, cool. There we go. I'll just have to do it on ESPN. So looking at Tuesday's games, y'all. Top of your screen, we have Minnesota and Connecticut. That could be I think Minnesota, since winning this game, they basically will either be the 2 or the 1 seed, essentially. That's if the Liberty lose their last 2 and Minnesota wins their next 2. So this game doesn't really matter in terms of seeding. New York and Washington. Washington will probably need to win this game to try and get that 8th seed as well. Chicago and Atlanta, 7:30 on Tuesday. That's going to be an important one to watch. And then Las Vegas and Seattle. That's going to be a determination, possibly, who can get that 4th seed. If Las Vegas wins, they get the 4th seed. If Seattle wins, they'll be tied. And then they'll have to go to the records to see who will end up getting it. Wow, what a game. What a day of basketball, y'all. What a day of basketball. Thank you all for tuning in. If you're new here, leave a subscription on the way out. Leave a like. It really helps the channel out. Appreciate you guys all tuning in. Whether you tuned in for the earlier stream and this stream, whether you tuned in for one or the other. Appreciate all the support. I'll be back on Tuesday. We may do another doubleheader there. Liberty game, definitely. And then we'll look at probably that Aces Seattle game, because that one's a really important game there. All right, that's it from me. Enjoy the rest of your Sunday evening, or whatever time it is, wherever you are in the world. That's it. Have a good night, and I'll see y'all Tuesday. Salute!